so I certainly hope that you can hear me. I wanted to give a little garden tour of the land of plenty and how things are going. Hello, welcome to Andale Homestead. I'm Ann, and I'm so glad that you're here today. Thank you so much for coming. We just had a big rainstorm and we're expecting to get another one very soon, but here's our peas that we have growing so far. I have not had luck with peas, you guys, and I'm not sure why, if it's the soil or how we hold our mouths, I don't know. But anyway, so these peas underneath were turning dark. They're supposed to be like bush peas to do what they do, but they weren't doing anything. So I put them up on these little decorative fences to give them some air underneath. That seems to have helped quite a bit. And we do have like some little baby peas coming on. We do have some, but a lot of the flowers are gone. And I don't have the peas yet, so we've been feeding it and babying it and trying to trellis it as much as it needs to be. And so we'll see. Anyway, those are the peas. Look at these cute little tomato plant volunteers. That's where the cherry tomatoes were and will be again. But yeah, that's the volunteers. We do have some bell peppers that are growing over here. That's my parsley bucket and my celery bucket. Look at here. The celery is beginning to flower. I think that's supposed to be a bad thing, but I really like it. It's interesting. I've never seen a celery flower before. And so we're gonna let it do its thing. Also, we have some stevia that are growing. The stevia also has some flowers, and I'm not sure whether I'm supposed to let that do that either, but I'm learning. And I have plenty of sugar right now, so let that stevia do its thing. Dun, dun, dun. Here's the damage. Yeah, this is where the geese came in. They ate my broccoli, they ate my kohlrabi, right down to the brim, man. I mean, they were starting to come back, and then they came in a second time and finished it off. So this afternoon or tomorrow morning, all those plants will be gone because you don't want anything weak in your garden. The weaker the plant, the more some sort of aura or scent or some sort of signal that it puts out for bugs to come and wildlife to come and so forth. Now we have, since this has happened, we have built, see if you can see all those little red lines, we have built a little fence around, and it goes all the way around the land of plenty. And so I'm not sure you can see it, but yeah, that's to keep those things over there. Can you see those things over there? Keep those boogers out of here. But you know, it's not their fault. It's just nature that they had themselves a big old feast. But this is interesting, actually, to be able to see a kohlrabi as it's forming with no leaves. That's kind of, it looks like a little ping pong ball. This little ping pong ball, that was gonna be a nice one. But anyway, it is what it is. And we're gonna move on and plant something else. And I'll start again in the fall. Here we have some pots of peppers growing. There's some headed lettuce. This is scrumptious lettuce. I got this from Garden State Gardener, and it is supposed to be headed lettuce, but I cut some off last night. We had it in tacos. It was delicious. There's our garlic. It's just about ready to pick, and there's some more peppers. Now these are our cucumbers, all these that are going along the line here. We did our cucumbers differently this year. I saw our neighbors do it where before I planted each seed in a cup and babied it and brought it along and planted it out in the garden. But that's not what our neighbors did, and they had so many cucumbers last year to our maybe dozen or so that I thought, let's give their way a try. And if not, we've got time to be able to grow some more cucumbers. So we dug a trench all the way down, and then I just dotted the seeds about 2 inches apart all the way down, zigzagged them, and they're coming up beautifully, getting ready to go up that trellis. So I'm tickled. There's a new experiment for cucumbers. Here is another section of our garden that the geese got in. Now that we have a fence all the way around, hopefully it will take them out. They can certainly fly over it, but they won't be just walking in. And so we'll see. But we have already had a rain this morning, so some of this is going to have some wind damage, but that's okay. These are our collards that the geese got in, but they left us some, and they were growing back, and then the worms came. The doggone worms, man. They were tough already this year. Now that's goose, but some of it is worm as well. And they got that one good and that one good. But anyway, and this is bug damage right here. We put some DE on it, but now that it's rained, we're going to have to do it again. And then they ate that one really well and that one really well. So we'll see. But here's the green beans. Our snap beans are going well. See the snap beans that are coming along. I did the same thing with the snap beans this time. We just direct seeded. We have a little trench that's down here now. That's some wind damage there because we just had a storm come through. But they'll perk back up. And so I just put the seeds right in the trench and we zigzagged them about 2 inches apart all the way down. And so we'll see. Here we are with the tomato plants, and the cabbage plants are over there. The geese had a little fest on the cabbage plants too, but I do have a really cool question for you. Here we go now. How many of you have seen a carrot plant flower? These are flowering. These are my carrots. Now, I mean, there's no carrots down there because it's all green, and it's barely a little root underneath the ground there, but aren't they the coolest things, these flowers? And I assume that's where you get carrot seeds from. I have to do some more of my own research, and then maybe somebody out there can help me as well. Here's another little bucket of carrots that should be ready to go. I just don't have the luck with carrots, man. And we've got some Dixie Red tomatoes, and they are a hybrid, but they do wonderfully. And we also have, let's see, what is this? This is Big Beef. Big Beef has been a new breed that is coming out. And my seedlings just didn't work out this year as far as germination for the tomatoes. But we've got some that are going on. There's some seedlings over there on the far end of mine that are going well. And here's the cabbage that the birds ate. I'm trying to let it stay. But again, plants that are struggling in your garden shouldn't be staying. But we do have a little surprise party. Okay, so all of this is cabbage, and all that down there is cabbage, but I do believe this is a collard. I think this little collard slipped in there. It's different all the way around. The leaves are a different color. The middle is different, so surprise! The mystery plant came around. And here are many of our tomatoes again. Some of them are bigger than others, and most of these are seedlings, so most of them are. But that is our tour of the land of plenty. Thank you so much for coming to Andale Homestead. I'm Ann. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye now.